Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're taking a deep dive into something I know a lot of you have been daydreaming about.
Solo trips to Bali. So many people are curious about it.
Yeah. And we've got some awesome stories to work with for this one. Real experiences from women who just went for it, They booked the ticket and went solo to Bali.
It's really interesting
Oh,
stuff.
for sure. I was hooked as soon as I started reading.
Uh,
I know you put together a killer outline too.
yeah, we'll be focusing on the big things, like how safe is it really? What are you absolutely gotta see in Bali? And, well,
The surprises, right? Because they're always surprises.
definitely.
One thing that really stood out to me, even just skimming these stories, was how many of them talked about feeling safe, like really safe. Is that usually top of your list when you're thinking solo travel?
Oh, absolutely. It has to be, right?
Yeah,
And Bali seems to nail it. One woman said she felt totally fine walking around Ubud alone at night. Which, honestly, there aren't a ton of places I'd feel comfortable doing that. She even said the streets were well lit and people were super friendly. Like, they made her feel comfortable as a woman traveling alone. Does that make sense to you? That kind of thing being important, I mean.
huge. I
Yeah.
mean, who doesn't want to feel safe when they're exploring somewhere new? Like, if you're relaxed, you're free to enjoy things more.
Exactly.
It's like it unlocks this whole other level of, I don't know, just being there.
Makes sense.
And that came up a lot too, that freedom. Like, tons of women talked about renting scooters,
Mm-hmm.
just zipping around the island, seeing what they wanted to see when they wanted to see it. Temples, those amazing rice patties, or even just grabbing some street food.
Classic. That's the beauty of solo travel, right? It's all about that independence, letting yourself be curious and seeing where it takes you.
Totally.
And speaking of must-sees, the Tagalalang rice terraces, they're everywhere in these stories, and apparently photos don't do them justice.
You can't beat the real thing.
Nope. Plus, perfert for those Instagram shots everyone's after. And I know you're a bit of a photography buff yourself.
Oh, yeah. I can already picture it, honestly. And you know what? One story, it totally cracked me up. This woman, she was trying to get a selfie with a monkey, right?
Oh
At
no.
the Ubud Monkey Forest. So she's getting ready for the pic, and the monkey snatches her sunglasses right off her face.
No way.
I know. She said it was this total tourist moment, but also a good reminder to be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah, good point. Especially in a place like that. Monkeys are notorious.
They've got a reputation. But it's true, those little things, the unexpected moments, that's all part of the adventure.
It's what makes the memories.
Right. And actually, on a totally different note, a lot of these women talked about having really powerful experiences at some of the temples in Bali. Not even the famous ones sometimes. More like hidden gems, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah, and they talked about it being this way to connect with Balinese culture on a deeper level. And some even said it changed how they see their own lives. Pretty powerful stuff.
Yeah, that's something special. So I'm curious, after going through all these stories, what really jumped out at you? Was there anything that surprised you or something you hadn't even thought about before?
Hmm, that's a good question. I think, honestly, it was the sense of community these women found.
Mm.
Because they're traveling solo, right?
Yeah.
But they kept talking about meeting other travelers or locals who were just so welcoming.
Mm-hmm.
Like Bali has this way of bringing people together even if you're on your own. It's really cool.
That is cool. So if you were planning your own solo Bali trip, what would be your top priority? Would it be finding that community vibe or maybe hunting down those hidden temples? Or, I don't know, maybe even risking a monkey stealing your sunglasses for the story?
Haha, tough call.
Mm.
But honestly, that